guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie. In today's video, we're going to talk about some new makeup releases. Am I going to pick them up, pass over them, or put them on my wish list? Compared to last week, I feel like this week is a little bit slower, but we still have a few releases to talk about, so let's just jump right into the video. As always, I always have the information for the products that I'm talking about linked down below. Most of the products come from the Trendmood one Instagram page, so I have her page, and then I have the links of where you can buy it, prices, and availability. But let's start with Colourpop, because of course they had to release something, and this week is the Bye Bye Birdie collection. So this collection launched already because Colourpop announced it and launches it the next day. And this includes an eyeshadow palette, which is 12 pans, and it retails for $18. It's the Bye Bye Birdie palette. Then you have the Birds of the Feather BFF bundle. This retails for $18 and has Plum and Get It mascara, Charmer cream gel liner, and Charmer cream gel color. Then you have In a Twitter blush stick duo, which is $14, which has the Hen Party blush stick and the Magpie light stick. My Peach or Yours blush stick duo, which has the Avery blush stick and Flycatcher light stick. You have two ultra glossy lips, which I don't have the retail price for on the Trendmood one Instagram page, but I'll have that linked down below. And they're in the shades Tattletale and Starling. Can't Be Tamed liquid lip duo for $12, which is Cloud Chaser, which is an ultra blotted lip, and Well Nested, which is an ultra glossy lip. Winger Takes It All lip duo for $12, which has Ringleader and ultra blotted lip, Menagerie and ultra glossy lip, Jelly Much Shadows, which retails for $8 a piece. There's 4 different shades. 3 false lashes, which retail for $8 each, and nail decals, which retail for $7 each. Colourpop just goes hard when they release a collection. There's so many products here. I don't think I'm going to pick up a lot of this. I think that eyeshadow palette packaging is one of the prettiest eyeshadow palette packaging we've seen. But the color scheme is getting repetitive at this point. I guess when you're a brand like Colourpop that literally releases something every single week, there's only so many new things you can create. But this pink tone palette looks like something we've seen before. They had the palette that released earlier, the Ulta, the X's and O's one. This pinky palette is kind of done already. The false lashes look interesting. I'm not a false lash girl. I don't think I've worn them in any videos, maybe one on my channel. So they're not something I typically gravitate towards. I did mention I've always wanted to try the Jelly Much Shadows, so maybe if I like a shadow from this collection, I'll buy it. But other than that, I think I'm going to pass over most of the things. Let me know if there are any products in the collection you're planning on buying, because there are just so many things. But the thing with Colourpop is if you don't like this week's release, they'll always release something next week. A release that I thought was really interesting comes from Huda Beauty, and it's her Sticky Tacky Lash Glue. It retails for $14, and it claims, according to the Trendmood one website, once you apply a little glue to your lashes, let it sit for 60 seconds, then it's ready to go. The formula dries completely clear, so when you peel it off, it won't leave a mark. Great for beginners, if you put it on wrong. It's fine, peel it off and stick it right back on. It'll be available on October 15th, so it's already available now. And this is a really intriguing claim. I think one of Huda Beauty's first products were eyelashes, so I'm kind of surprised she hasn't released a lash glue yet. But because I don't wear false lashes, I really struggle with application. So I'll put them on and then I'll readjust them. And if you're wearing eyeliner, you leave a spot where you ripped off the lashes. So it can be fun and frustrating because you end up redoing your makeup a bunch of times. It's just a very frustrating process. So I think if this actually holds true to the claims, it would be great for people that wear lashes and liner all the time. But I'm kind of phasing out of wearing eyeliner, and since I don't wear lashes, this wouldn't be for me. But I really am interested to see some reviews on this on YouTube. So a release that really confused me is from Becca. And it's their Summer 2019 Pearl Glow collection. And Trendmood said, look, it's finally available. So is it a summer collection they're releasing in October? Because holiday collections are coming out. So this immediately threw me for a loop. But the collection includes Prisma Pearl Highlighter, a water light jellified highlighter infused with pure light reflective pearls for $40. I mean, it was about time Becca jumped on board with the jelly highlighter trend. Everybody else has done it. You have the Pearl Glow Shimmering Eye Palette, which includes 3 finishes in pearlescent, luminous, and matte, 12 different shades, $58. And I believe that's it. It looks like there's lip products, but I don't see it on the Trendmood one page. This collection just doesn't call to me. I don't think it's a color scheme I would immediately love. As far as the jelly highlighter, That trend kind of came and passed, and I'm not spending $40 on a formula I've never tried. I do have a mini of the Champagne Pop highlighter from Becca that I really like, and I have some of her cheek products, but when it comes to makeup, there's so many things being released. So if you're not on top of the jelly highlighters when everybody else is releasing them, you're kind of late to the trend, which I feel like is the case here. The eyeshadow palette looks pretty, but I 100% have all these colors. I do have the Becca Volcano Goddess eyeshadow palette, and I like it. The formula is decent, it works well. It does have some glitters I'm not too fond about, but the shimmers are really nice. But unfortunately, I already have those color stories. This collection is a major pass for me, but let me know, were you also confused to see a summer collection released at the end of October? So Melt is coming out with their holiday collection, or I believe it's the holiday collection, and the packaging alone has me so excited. So it's inspired by Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead, and includes 2 eyeshadow palettes, one with deep dark shades and the other one which is colorful, and a gorgeous highlighter, brushes, and more. Melt is sold at and in Sephora, so if you're into this collection, you can buy it off the Sephora website, but it looks like we don't have too much information. The highlighter though, it looks like it's like a golden highlighter, and it has a sugar skull imprint in the pan, and like I sent it to my friend the other night because we were like hanging out, and I was like, do you just want this because of the packaging too? It looks so pretty, and honestly, if the color works for me, I would think about buying it. The eyeshadow palettes look nice. I think the colorful one actually reminds me a lot of the Jouer eyeshadow palette that came out this summer. Was it the Skinny Dip or the Tan Lines one? The one that, it was like neutral and then it had like a yellow, a blue, and a green. The dark one looks really pretty, but I don't really wear those colors, so they're gonna be a pass for me. And the brush set looks nice. I'm not actually sure if Melt has released brushes yet. Overall, this collection does look really interesting, but I'm 100% gonna give it to the packaging that drew me in. I haven't tried anything from Melt. They've been a brand that I'm interested in, but they definitely are on the higher price spectrum, so I tend to not buy from them. But let me know what you think about this collection, because that packaging though. So it looks like Urban Decay is coming out with 2 mini On The Run eyeshadow palettes, and they came out with 3 a while ago, and they were nice, but the color scheme wasn't crazy good. And they were nice, but the color scheme wasn't original enough for me to add it to my collection. So these 2 are in the shade G-Train and Highway Queen. They're available October 25th online at Sephora. I don't have a price, but I can find out the price for the other mini ones because I'd assume they'd be the same. And these just aren't a color scheme that appeals to me. The first one is nice, but it's so neutral. The Highway Queen one, it's just a warm tone neutral palette, which at this point, if you're like a makeup collector or makeup lover, you have these shades in your collection. The G-Train one is pretty because I really like green shadows, but there are only 2 green shadows or 3 green shadows in the palette, and there's still a bunch of neutral shades. So unfortunately, these palettes are kind of a miss for me. I feel like the opportunity to have a smaller 8-pan palette from Urban Decay is the opportunity to really go like all out with a color scheme. Like this should have been 6 greens and 2 neutrals, and like the warm shades, nobody really needs a warm tone neutral palette anymore. Like Urban Decay has the Naked Heat and they have the Naked Honey, which has these shades. So like go all out with like a fun purple palette or a colorful one, because I feel like people in general, this is like a consensus that I get, are more inclined to buy like more bold, smaller palettes because it's like an addition or like a complement to your collection instead of being like one giant massive thing. And from what I remember, these were decently affordable. The color scheme isn't working for me. The biggest announcement that happened this week was from Tati Westbrook, and she's coming out with Tati Beauty. So she has her vitamin line, Halo Beauty, which has the hair, skin, and nails, and the kiwi one. And like, I've heard good results, and I do follow the Tati like Instagram page, and she's always posting before and afters. But I'm not someone that really takes vitamins, but I am someone that loves eyeshadow palettes. So we don't really have much news on this, but according to the Trendmood 1 page, it's Tati's first ever eyeshadow palette. It is Textured Neutrals Volume 1. It includes beautiful fall shades and some sparkled foil colors to glam it up for the holidays. 4 textures, wow, that's a lot of texture. 6 tones, available October 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time online at Tati Beauty. I wouldn't be surprised if Tati posted a video in the coming weeks talking about this palette, but the swatch photo with her arm, which I love because we all know she swatches it on her arm on her YouTube channel, they look really pretty. Immediately, I'm getting like Biba palette vibes from like Natasha Denona from the swatches with like the cool tones, the neutral, and the warm tones. But I'd be interested in watching Tati's reveal video and like seeing more about the palette, like a price range and how the formulas are. I don't know if I would buy this immediately, but I'm definitely going to be intrigued in what else Tati Beauty comes out with. Another Colourpop release that I just saw this morning is an Ulta exclusive, and there's 3 different eyeshadow palettes. They're pressed eyeshadow palettes and they're bird themed. So you have the Night Owl, which is like a bronzy neutral one, Bird of Paradise, which is a warm tone one, and Lovebird, which is a pressed powder palette. These are pretty. They retail for $12 each. It looks like they're online now, but I don't know if they're coming to stores. It's just, how does Colourpop release so much stuff? It's so overwhelming. I don't need this. Nobody who buys a bunch of Colourpop needs this because it looks like all of their palettes. A warm tone neutral palette, like everybody pretty much has one at this point, unless you're just getting into makeup. And while I love the Colourpop eyeshadow palette formula, I definitely don't need this. I have the California Love, which looks like it's half of the same shade. So like, because Colourpop releases so much stuff, I often feel like they're duping themselves. It's ridiculous. But speaking of Ulta, Kim Kardashian Beauty is now, or KKW Beauty is now available at Ulta. It looks like they have some of their eyeshadow palettes, their lipsticks, their highlighters, their lip liners. It looks like they have a bunch of the different sets. They have the Fire eyeshadow palette, the Cream Contour and Highlight Sticks, Cream Lipsticks, the Best of the Reds, Nudes, Pinks lipstick sets, lip liners, Smoky Volume 1, the Classic Blossom palette, the Classic eyeshadow palette, the So Fire eyeshadow palette, Lip Trios, Ultra Light Beams, and Cream Lipsticks. I've always been intrigued by KKW Beauty. I just think that they're such a interesting family and they come out with so many different things that like immediately when a Kardashian releases something, I just have to look and see what it is. But I feel like she doesn't have any standout products from her brand that isn't something that's been done before. Whereas Kylie, the lip kits were kind of innovative, and I feel like a lot of her color schemes were kind of innovative. Kim's palettes are classic color schemes that she would wear, but things that a lot of people already own. Maybe if there was the KKW Mario palette, I would buy it because part of me has always wanted that, even though I can definitely dupe it. But now if I want to try something from Kim, I can buy it at Ulta because I'm more predisposed to buying a brand at like Ulta, Sephora, or buying it online. But if you have tried something from Kim Kardashian Beauty and it's like a staple product, let me know because I'm interested in the brand. We have a new release coming from Glossier, and I feel like I haven't talked about Glossier in ages on my channel. But they're coming out with the Oil Serum Hybrid, which retails for $24, and it's the Future Dew. It claims to be packed with nourishing oils that don't feel greasy, while brightening plant-based extracts deliver an instant and lasting glow. They have a blend of 4 oils: jojoba, grapeseed, evening primrose, and rosehip oils. They also have an extracts to increase brightness. 100% plant-based sugarcane squalene helps lock in moisture. Light reflecting minerals that give you an immediate glow. Glossier is on my 9 brands to try in 2019, but so far I've tried a total of 0 products from them. They're kind of that like no makeup brand, and I don't feel like I can pull off that look. At times I like light coverage, but I cake on mascara and I love playing with eyeshadow. So this wouldn't work for me necessarily because I just don't understand this product per se. I don't know if it's supposed to be used like before foundation, just by itself. Is it a skincare product? I wish we had a little bit more information on it. But Glossier is one of those brands that I really want to try. Just something about like the marketing and their products have always had me intrigued. So once again, if you've tried a Glossier product that you really love and think it's worth it, let me know because I truly do want to try the brand. And the last release we're going to talk about today comes from Dominique Cosmetics, and it's her holiday collection. And it includes the Sweater Weather eyeshadow palette for $29. It has 6 matte shadows, and she's also coming out with a liquid lipstick in Cozy, which is a matte mauve, and a gloss in Sugar and Spice, which is a warm nude with gold flecks. This is already available on DominiqueCosmetics.com, and Dominique Cosmetics is also sold in Sephora, so you can probably find it online at Sephora at some point or another. I can't seem to find it while scrolling through Trendmood now, but I believe she also came out with a mini of her Celestial Storm eyeshadow palette. So I've heard that the mini Celestial Storm is going to be in upcoming BoxyCharms. I wonder if that would be sold at Sephora because I think that one is really pretty. And I talked about the original Celestial Storm in one of these videos and I was like, it's such a unique color scheme. So if the mini is like a reasonable price, I would consider it because I've heard nothing but good reviews about the Dominique Cosmetic eyeshadow palette formula. But that sweater weather palette really isn't going to do it for me. I have those colors, and maybe if there were some shimmers or some more like depth and different textures, I'd be interested. But an all matte eyeshadow palette is not something I'm interested in picking up right now. But I think we're going to wrap this video up for today. Let me know which releases caught your attention and which ones you're interested in buying. If you like this video, I hope you'll consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. I post 3 new videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, and I'd love if you come join me next time. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching.